got to do this. I'm here. I need to exist. I want to exist, but I only exist if you make the choice to make me exist. I only live if you give birth to me. You have to make the choice. The choice is yours. All of these possible versions of yourself, they all come down to one choice by one person. The one version of you that exists right now gets to make that decision. Which version of you is going to live? The version of you that achieves your goals, loses weight, has a great life, or the version of you that misses opportunities, drops the ball, doesn't plan, doesn't prepare, doesn't put in the work, is not consistent. Those are at least two versions of you. And you get to choose which version of you is going to be born. These are your twins, the good twin and the evil twin. Which one of these versions of you is going to live? And I heard that and I said, man, that's very powerful. So I started meditating on me and who I want to be 6 years from now. Where do I want to be in life? And I said, man, I started talking to this guy. I started connecting to this guy, and he was telling me like, hey, boys, come on, we got to stop doing this. We got to stop doing that. We got to elevate on this. We got to work harder at that. You can do it. You got it in you. I am the guy. And remember that version of me, that superior version of me, the good twin. Give me a guess if this is making sense. I hope this is making sense. I hope we hope this meditation exercise is not too weird. But let me know. Let me know. Y'all follow me? Is this clicking? Are you getting it? So when I visualize that version of Boyce, he's the guy who did everything right. He's the guy back in 2024 made a decision. He stepped up his game. He got it done. I'm so proud of him. I look at him. I admire him. I'm like, whoa, this dude he's doing great. He's amazing. Look at he's in great shape. He's got all this wealth. He's really kicking butt and taking names in the world. That's the version of Boyce that I want to give birth to. Right. So I am the origin story of that guy. I'm his origin story. I am the originator. I'm the seed planter that gets to decide if he gets to live or not. The same way a parent gets to decide if a child is going to be born or not. You decided if your kids are going to be born, but whether or not you chose to go on a date with that guy or have sex with that lady or whatever it was that happened to get your kids here, right? So I think at the end of the day, it's one of these things where these sorts of meditation exercises can really go a long way in your subconscious and visualizing that reality and just understanding like this, okay, this is who I want to be. I'm going to do things that are consistent with that guy, not the other version of me that has a bunch of regrets, that failed at a lot of things, that didn't stick to the plan, that didn't put in the work, that wasted time, that POOR, passed over opportunities repeatedly. I don't want to be the poor version of Boyce. I want to be the wealthy version of Boyce. Okay. So be the wealthy version of yourself. Be the one who took advantage of the opportunities. Be the one who made the investments. Be the one who made the sacrifice. And I guarantee you're going to be extremely happy when you get there. Calvin says subconscious programming. That's 100% true. It's what I found from talking to my wife, who's deeply into metaphysics, is I found that metaphysics is deeply connected to your subconscious. And so I do believe deeply in metaphysics. At first, I thought metaphysics was just hoping and wishing and hocus pocus and just believing that things are just going to happen magically. No, metaphysics, from my view, or at least the part of it that I related to and understood the most, was really programming the subconscious mind, and it does work. I can tell you that if you are obsessed with a certain reality and putting in the work to get to that reality, you'll find that reality will manifest even when you're not thinking about it. So focus on the right things. That's how you get there. All right. So speaking of focusing on the wrong things, I want to ask you all a quick question. How many of you have seen this new cartoon that's coming out, Good Times, this reboot of the TV show Good Times? Has anybody seen this? Netflix is doing this reboot of this show Good Times, and it's really fascinating. They have all the typical stereotypes. They actually have a drug dealing baby. There's a baby that deals drugs. I think I saw something with stripper poles, stuff like that. And it's really interesting, right? And I actually talked about it on my podcast, but I wanted to bring it up today from a financial consciousness standpoint. And so Netflix has this show, and it's made mostly by white people. White people are the ones who are backing this. That's what they do. They tend to believe that they can define what the Black experience is supposed to be like and what Black culture is supposed to be, and it's highly offensive. But anyway, this show, I was looking at this and I heard people talking about it. I heard one guy, he was 100% correct. He said, I'm boycotting this show. This is why Black people should not watch this show. This show is terrible. No, no, no. And I said, I was thinking, I said, I agree with him. He's 100% correct. But here's the thing. I'm not sure, but I wonder if we can question one assumption about the show. The assumption is that the show was made for us, that it was made to market to Black people.